We cannot sit and talk while our fellow youths, some of them are still held up in unknown places. They were abducted and put in Comunicado and still there. They're still missing. Yeah? What are we going to talk about when our youth, some of them, are still nursing gunshot injuries? How? How are we going to sit down and talk when some of our youths were killed by police officers during the demos? How are we going to talk while some policemen who committed such kind of heinous act are still walking free? They have not been arrested up to now. How do you want us to sit down and talk? How do you want us to sit down and talk when some of our youth are now handicapped? They are now living with disability. Yeah? How do you want us to sit down and talk, guys? Let us reason. So for us to sit down and talk, for us to hear what you are going to tell us, for us to come up or to sit down and decide on what we should do with you. First of all, we need justice for our youth. We need justice for businessmen and women who lost huge amount of money during the demonstration. Yeah? We need justice for those families who lost their loved ones during the demonstration. We need the government to produce those who are abducted and put in Comunicado. We want them out. We want them out and them to be given justice too. That is where we will realize that there is need for dialogue. So, Baba Raila Amolo Odinga, we love you so much and we respect you. Yeah, we respect you so much as a senior most citizen, a senior most person in this country. We love you so much, Baba, and we still love you. But something to do with dialogue, while we are still agitating for good governance, while some of us are still nursing gunshot injuries, while some of us are still missing. It is not necessary now, Baba. It is not necessary now. So we want you to go and tell the president that we have refused to sit down. We told you we are leaderless, we are partyless, and we are tribalist. Yeah? We are tribalist. Baba, remember we told you that. We do not want any leader to represent us. We do not want to sit down and talk. Who are we going to talk with? Who? With Ruto? With you? Or with other government officials? How are we going to conduct that when our country is in a total mess? Yeah? How are we going to do that? We cannot sit down and talk while our country is being mismanaged. We don't want any position in government. We don't want any position in government. We don't want to sit down and talk. We want good policies to be implemented. We want changes in the government. We want to see a running government. We want to see a government that is free from corruption. We want to see the government that is free from nepotism, tribalism. We want to see the government with good track record and regional balancing act system. We want the government to work properly for wananchi. because we are the people who elected this government to power. Even if I did not vote William Samoei Ruto, I am entitled to good governance. I am entitled to good governance. I am entitled to good health. Right now, our hospitals, some of them do not have any medicines. Any medicine they do not have. They are lacking medical supply. Some of our hospitals are lagging behind. And yet we are complaining, we are claiming that we have the government in charge. For what? We don't want a government of too much bravado, show off that we have money, we have power, we have police officers showing us their might. What kind of government is that? We want a government that prioritize the delivery of services to common mwananchi. Right now, as I am talking, our children, some of families do not have money to send their children to school. They do not have money to be able to give their children a proper education. They do not have money. Many children are now outside the school. They do not know when they will go back to school. They do not have any money, even something to afford on the table, like food, they do not have. And yet we have a working government claiming